We're gonna take a look at this plate now, I guess.
The mast step. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're really getting into it now.
Time to investigate if we have rotten core beneath the mast step, starting with breaking more brand new tools.
Oh no.
I know,
It's just broke.
man, it's always something. It's so annoying.
At long last, we succeed, and the moment of truth is about to be revealed as we drill more holes into our boat. And later,
There's been lots of swearing, lots of frustration. It is hot.
Jeff does what no man ever wants to do, wreck his rig. But it's the only way to fix the major mistakes the professionals made.
Do we have a success story here?
Keep watching to find out.
Hi, we're Kristen and Jeff, and we've been fixing up our 40-year-old Hallberg Rassy sailboat for the last 5 years. We sold everything we owned on land for a life on the water. Except most recently, we found ourselves stationed on the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Martin to tackle the biggest boat project we've ever done. Removal of the Teak deck on our Hallberg Rassy 352, and we're doing it ourselves. Follow along for every screw, every plank, and everything in between. What are we doing this morning?
We're gonna take a look at this plate now, I guess.
The mast step plate. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're really getting into it now. But
Yeah. So we have seen some stuff. We've checked the Facebook Hallberg Rassy group. A lot of people say that an indicator that their plywood that's underneath of here was wet or needed to be replaced is they had gel coat cracks everywhere. We don't have any.
yeah, not here, which is nice.
Yeah.
We do have matching cracks, one here and one here.
I think that's from the rig being tensioned too much.
Yeah, maybe, or the beam. Seems like they're growing, so I
Yeah.
would need to.
I think that they grew after the rig came off. As a comparison, you can see around here a whole bunch of little gel coat cracks around this fitting. This was for the gooseneck, and we know that it was leaking around here. And then, yeah, all the fiberglass little cracks. But again, around here, there's none. Just the sealant is not so good, but it doesn't look like it's really bent. I don't know.
Let's see. Wishful thinking time.
Well, have to keep on being positive no matter what. So we are hopeful that maybe there's nothing bad underneath here. We don't have to open up the deck, but you can
But our
see the sealant, yeah, it's all gone.
Look at this piece.
And whether
Gone.
this is bowed like a banana, like some people say, or not, hard to say. Looks like, well, there's a tiny
Want to
bit
fill
of,
that edge there, yeah.
yeah. The real test will be when
Pretty
we
minimal.
take this up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
looks
that
very
might be-
minimal.
In some people's pictures, it looks much more extreme than that.
Yeah, but we know regardless this has to be rebedded properly, even if the core is fine underneath, and
We're hoping we don't need to get
sealed
into that.
is better, and because all of this needs to be rebedded. So let's see how we do, shall we?
Like, look how big these screws are.
They're
We
huge.
don't even have.
Apparently it's not bolted through, it's just screwed into the deck, and then the whole plate is held on deck by compression and stuff. So that's what everyone says. We don't have to open up the salon ceiling or anything, so.
Okay, Liz. This is the one, I think.
Oh no,
No, that's a non-starter.
it's just broke. Oh.
Man, it's always something. It's so annoying.
You think that we have another one?
I do think I have another one of these, yeah.
Good grief. And this was on what, the 3rd or the 4th? So that we were almost done. But
I definitely want to order new ones of these.
of these screws. Yep.
You think so, right? Because
I think so. This was the one that gave us the most problem here.
This is what happens when you don't use a product like Tough Gel to isolate the aluminum mast step from the stainless steel screws.
it must go into metal down there or something. I don't get it.
Just, yeah,
How are
I'm
we
not
gonna be
sure.
able
Got it.
Yeah, it definitely has a bend in it, but I mean,
Is it that bad?
you can see there.
We have to
see
clean
the
it
light.
off.
You see the light? Oh yeah, there's some corrosion here. But yeah, no, mostly that's metal, I think. Can't really see because there's too much stuff on there. We'll show that after. Gotta clean the bottom up, I think.
All right, we have cleaned it up
Silicone anyway.
pretty good. Still needs a little bit
More cleaning.
but it doesn't look like it's compressed
Well,
too much.
well,
It doesn't.
it is. I mean, it's for sure compressed. Definitely where the mast sits. But I mean, I think that
But whether
there
or
you
not
can see
it's
it there.
needed to actually excavate this or not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you put next, I think would compress too. I guess unless you, well, maybe not. If you use G10 or some stuff like that, but.
It's important to note here that the straight edge being used in this clip is riding on top of non-skid at each end, which does raise it up just slightly and makes any compression that exists look more dramatic.
Now there are some little crazing gel coat cracks around the screw holes, but I think that's kind of normal. As we learned here, that the gel coat is so thick that when you do anything, it's bound to crack a little bit, so I think that part is okay. Next up, some careful excavation using our trusty green snap-on tool that we love for every purpose.
I know, it's
If you
amazing.
don't have these, get yourself a couple of them.
Picks.
They are awesome, these little picks. And doing some archaeology
Just trying to
in
get-
here.
yeah.
Find the layers.
Get some sealant off. I found the wood layer now.
So down at the bottom of these screw holes is sealant that they put,
Yeah,
which is interesting.
yeah. But I'm like trying to stab into the side of the hole with this, and it's not. Look, you see? I'm down into where the wood layer should be, and I'm pushing, and it's not going in. So it's not like immediately rotten right now.
Yeah, so it feels solid. It feels solid.
Yeah, let's not jinx it.
No.
We know that these holes here, there's a hole right here, and there's a hole here, and they're plywood core, because there must be plywood here, but we know there is somewhere.
Yeah,
It
the
comes
plywood
out-
goes like
So we're
this.
saying it comes from here, let's say, probably, I think it probably goes to about here, and then back. So it's probably to about here. So the question is it dry? So far that shows good signs that didn't get like, you know,
Yeah, we
extreme
checked
water
these
damage.
ones. It was dry.
And then we're gonna check these holes as best we can with this stabbing in here.
It's Sunday today, by the way. Yes, we work every day. Here in St. Martin, it is Bastille Day.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday. Shocker, another holiday in the French Caribbean and the Caribbean in general. They have so many holidays here. We definitely are going to be relaxing at some point today, go have some fun in town, in Marigot. There's going to be some events happening and fireworks later tonight, so hopefully we'll be able to go check that out. Oh, also another quick note, when we had access to our friend's moisture meter, I did put it everywhere, like on the cabin top in general and the sides of the cabin top, and it was bone dry, and we put it all around the mast and it was bone dry as well. So that's another reason why we think that it could be okay.
I'm looking right at plywood and I'm stabbing it, and it's not freaking.
It's hard.
It seems good to go.
Good, good, good.
Yeah. So now, we still need to do an investigation around these holes. So now we were thinking we'll drill a bunch of holes. Well, we'll do a couple in here, right? Maybe.
I don't know if we need to do the middle, actually,
Well,
because
yeah.
there's,
I mean, I definitely want to
there's
go
no
around these
gel coat
holes.
cracks or anything anywhere, so.
I was thinking at least like 3. But that's the next part, is to pull up dry, good material, I guess.
Yeah. And we will. So this is what the bottom of the plate is looking like so far. We're not finished cleaning it, obviously, but there is some corrosion, some pitting, but
You can see
overall it's
perfection.
not bad.
Here's what perfection looks like.
That part was covered in silicone.
Yeah, see, funny how that works, eh?
Yeah. But overall it doesn't look too bad. We're thinking
No.
that we might be able to save it, and we'll just make like a thickened epoxy over here and there, and then put it down and then make a mold so that it'll be flat on the deck there, give it some extra strength that way, we're thinking. We'll see. Drill, fill, drill, the holes, of course, new screws.
You want to drill, fill, drill these?
I thought that that's what you're supposed to do, no?
Well,
If we're getting new screws and stuff?
certainly a thing. We just have to make sure we line this thing up real good, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice because we can fix the gel coat crazing there, but
Oh, yeah, that's true. We have to make sure that it matches exactly. We'll see. A quick break to shout out our amazing patrons: Mike C., Wolfgang B., Aid Bateman, William Tubbs, Dennis and Sarah Collins, Colin and Stephanie Ibbett, Alan Sherrill, Kate Fidel, Siobhan and Travis LaMarche, Lindsay and Bruce Fraser, Brad and Jen Ibbett, Stevie Blanc, Sheen Marine, Alan Onderdonk, Lucy and Peter Haggerty, Matthias Thorin, SV South Serenity, Raff and Di, Dan Knox, and Tim Vandewater. We appreciate you all so much. So far, it is looking dry.
I drilled these out. They're still dry. Dry, dry, dry. All that's dry.
Perfect.
There was a bit of water here when we took the plate off, but that was obviously, there's a low here from compression. And so the water was getting in this way and going here. But these were hot. It's high around here.
Okay, let's do one more while the camera, because the battery's going to die on my phone.
Go here.
So let's get this one on film.
Bone dry.
Dry, dry, dry.
Okay, let's back.
And as a comparison, we used a piece of known good wood, and Jeff just drilled it out to see if it was doing the same thing and looked the same, and it did. So we are very hopeful that we don't have to do anything extra for here.
So, because we're, like I say, putting the pick in there and shoving it in the sides like you normally do, it's hard. All around these.
That's what she said.
But that matches up with what our drill bit is saying. So I don't know. I think that's
Awesome. I think we finally got a win. High five, babe.
Finally didn't just snowball worse for one.
Wow. Okay, we got to take our wins when we can. This is a great day so far.
So now it's all about, now we consider drill boat drilling it or something, maybe.
Maybe. To be continued on that.
Yeah.
Daily traffic jam here in St. Martin Canal. And we are just sitting under a random boat, enjoying a beer and doing more research on how to fix our mast problem, rigging problem.
Well, yeah, we added back the toggle that was not there for some reason. We don't know why. We paid riggers to rig our boat and they decided to not put a toggle.
These guys are waving to us. Yes, sorry. Easy to get distracted around here.
Yeah, so anyway, now we added the toggle back, and that changes the distance of the foresail coil and foresail length.
Yeah.
We were able to eat up the roughly, 35 centimeters?
35, yep.
In using the...
Turnbuckle.
I want to say toggle again, thanks.
Turnbuckle.
So we did that first, measured it, took up exactly the distance from pin to pin that the toggle added, and then of course it changes the position of the foil on there, and so we had to slide the foil up. So we went to the adjustment section of the system and tried that, and we can't get it to move enough to lock it down into a different position.
Mm-hmm.
So that made it so that we need to now cut and shorten the foil. Not the end of the world, but a little bit annoying. So we thought, okay, well, we'll take it apart and we'll pull the wire out. You can't. There's no room to pull swaged cable out. So now we're like, okay, we'll take off the plastic cap at the top, and I'll use a Dremel, and we'll do some precision dremeling to get this
Plan
thing
A,
off.
B, C, D.
Yeah, and then put the thing back and retap it. I cannot hammer the fucking piece of plastic out of the end. So I gave up for now.
Decided
it's so
it's
dumb because
beer
my
time.
problems are always a problem that someone else created, usually, not every time.
And we paid them
Usually,
to create it.
In this case, we paid them, I know, and that's where it's like, oh,
Even more brutal. But it is what it is. We'll work through it eventually. We'll figure something out. We always do. We always do. Let's give you a little update, shall we, of this sugar show that's happening right now. So Jeff explained to you that we need to cut off a bit of this. And on the very top here was these little end caps that go like that, and then one on the bottom, I guess for like keeping water out and stuff. So we had to try to get them off in order to put something protective around this wire inside so that when we chop it off, we won't accidentally chop and hit the wire. So Jeff used a wood block and tried to hammer it off. These things, it broke off. The pieces are still inside there. Then we decided to try to use a screwdriver and hammer that in there to loosen them out so that we could pull them out. Then the screwdriver end tip broke off in there. This one right here, it broke off. So then we tried using needle nose pliers to try to get the screwdriver tip out of there. And we were successful with that, but as you can see, still the pieces of these are still stuck in there. And we think it goes all the way until about, where is it? Here. You see that they were screwed in there. So our next thing that we're gonna try is using a Dremel and just try to like cut it. But we have no power out here. So Jeff went to go get the extension cord from our boat. That is solar panels up there, all the way over there. Luckily our extension cord works, and we are going to be attempting again to try to get this off. There has been lots of swearing, lots of frustration. It is hot. The sun is hitting us in the worst way, coming sideways, and it's been a long day here. So yeah, I will give another update once we hopefully get this figured out. The most hardworking guy right here. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, a like, subscribe to see more, and leave us a comment. Leave us your best comment. Give us some encouragement. At this point, we need it. Using the broken screwdriver, why not?
Okay. Isn't that fun?
This is the most fun Sunday that I've had in a long time. A long time.
How's that for skill testing ability? Figure out how to Dremel this piece out without hitting your wire.
Yeah.
And then forever having no confidence in your rig.
Okay, got it off. Good, good.
Yeah, wire inspection, you can see.
Never clean.
We didn't go near it yet. It's this next cut here where
Yeah.
I can't nick this no matter what, so we need to put metal there to.
Yeah. Just want to say that this teak removal and redoing the whole deck project is a lot more than we ever anticipated. And we're finding a lot of extra problems along the way. Shocker. Basically, I hope that my editing comes through later on when I make these videos, that this is a tough job. We have watched a lot of other YouTubers and channels and seen what they do to take their teak deck off and redo it. And everything looks like a piece of cake. Like, well, okay, not a piece of cake, but it doesn't look this hard. It doesn't seem to take them this long either. I don't understand how people do it. Are they doing it halfway, half-ass? Because that certainly is not what we do. If we find something that's wrong, we're gonna fix it. And if we don't know that it's wrong yet, we're gonna look it up in a manual first to see if that is the proper way for things to be done. And if it's not, we're gonna fix it, because we are planning to be the long haul on this boat. This isn't just for a couple of years exploring around the Caribbean. This is hopefully going to be our life for the next many, many years. We want to get everything figured out now, get it good, working. We're here in St. Martin in the Caribbean. We have been to the beach like 4 times in 5 months, and we're on a tropical Caribbean island. That is a tragedy. And we know we need to be making more time for ourselves to have fun and enjoy and live every day in the moment a little bit more, and to remember that yes, we are in the Caribbean. We're going to be trying to be better with that, but every day we take a day off, we feel a little bit guilty about doing so. So it's a very, very tough balance to achieve. Anyways, rant off. Just thought that I would share that with you. Do we have a success story here, babe, after you cut off
Yes, I'd say so.
everything?
So basically, we wanted to have the cap, and it said in the instructions to keep it as close to that as possible. So you can see that we basically have it now. We moved it down by the amount that we moved, well, that our turnbuckle that was missing for some unknown reason.
The
Right?
toggle that
The
was
toggle.
missing.
Yes, sorry, not turnbuckle, the toggle. I'm just
okay.
tired now.
That's what I'm here for, honey. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Put a pin back on that thing. But so then
that's
here's
good.
the broken $25 plastic piece that we have to buy.
Special order as well.
I have to also square up my cut because I don't think my cut is exactly right. It's close. I'm just hand tooling it. But basically I can just file that flat. This is one before we step the mast.
Yep.
That was a freaking sad guy. Now we have to remember where these screws are.
We'll put them in a little Ziploc baggie, put a little label on a piece of tape, put that piece of tape inside the Ziploc so that it doesn't get rubbed off or anything. And then we know exactly what we have. Okay, babe, so today was a struggle,
That was brutal.
but guess what?
Now I'm gonna party.
We're further ahead today
Oh my
than
God.
we were
Such a painful
yesterday.
story. I mean, it is because we
So-
also looked at the mast, don't forget.
Success story.
Right?
We looked at the mast. What do you mean?
Yeah, remember? Today, this morning? Remember what we did together?
Um,
The other big thing we did today?
um,
Mast step.
Oh, yes, the mast step on the boat. I thought you meant that we looked at the mast,
Oh.
because that's what you said, right? And so I'm like, well, we're looking at it. I think we're both delirious right now. We haven't really eaten much today.
Coffee, it's over.
We're working hard, and I still have to friggin' make dinner, and it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock. But anyway, this is done, and it's another successful day. The yard cat just decided to come into our cockpit. What the heck? He's been following us all evening. He just wanted to have a friend.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that.
Hi, buddy. Where are you going?
Oh, that is so cute.
Where are you going? Oh, wow, look at that. That's
His name is
impressive.
Garfield, I'm pretty sure. This
Where
is
are you going?
adorable.
Oh, that's very cute. Yeah.
Well, now he knows that he can come up here. It's
Where are you
okay.
going?
That is
great.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. The day has come. Our mast is going into storage. We're not quite finished, but that's okay. What a delicate process.
Our mast is officially in storage for hurricane season. Time for the next project on our to-do list that never seems to get shorter. Funny how that works. Thanks for watching.